morning, fellow budgeters. My name is Brandy, and you're watching From Debt to Dreams. And on this channel, we are paying off a lot of debt. And so in order to do that, we're trying very, very hard to watch everything that we spend. And we're paying off our debt, but also trying to live a little bit and save a little bit. And, you know, we were following the Dave Ramsey, just a little background, I guess, on me, which I won't get too far into this, but we were following the Dave Ramsey plan for a really long time. We've been in a lot of debt for a long time. And we've fallen off the bandwagon because we were like, this is really, really hard. And we're working our butts off and we're seeing progress, but we're not getting to do anything fun. And then we had kids and fell off the bandwagon with that because the kids are expensive. And now our kids are still expensive. But they're both in a public charter school, and so we don't have to pay any kind of tuition, no daycare, no nothing. I work from home, so I don't have to pay for after school care. And so we have just started to buckle down again, while also learning the balance of, okay, we also need to save, and we also are trying to live a little bit while getting this debt paid off. So there's that. If you want to see us try to do that, and do it as successfully as we can, we would love to have you. But today's video is a expense tracking video. You're going to see me track my expenses all week long. These videos, I try not to get super chatty, but also because I film them every single day, a little clip every single day, you get to hear a little bit more about me and my life. I open up a little bit more on these videos rather than I do on my other videos because I try to batch film those and just get the stuff done. But on these, I just get to open up a little bit for you. So it's Monday. We had a fantastic weekend. I went to a women's conference at my church. That was Friday night and Saturday morning. And I went with one of my best friends and we went to dinner on Friday night before the conference and we had some sushi and it was so good. And then on Saturday, the women's conference was amazing. If you've ever heard of Natalie Runyon, she runs the Raised to Stay Instagram account. She is fantastic. She was our guest speaker and she spoke Friday night, Saturday morning, and she spoke at church yesterday morning. And she just was so good. It was such a life-giving conference. And then after that on Saturday, my oldest, Colin, had organized a play date with some of his friends that I then also helped him organize because I had to reach out to all of the moms. And so we got a bunch of kids together and they just ran around the park. I mean, there were 10 kids all together. A lot of them were siblings. I think there were 1, 2, 3, 4. There's about 6 families that showed up and about 10 kids. So that was really fun. We had a blast with that. And then, you know, with the time change and everything. So yesterday after church, I was so tired just from everything that we've done over the weekend that I just passed out and it was wonderful. Oh, and then Colin recently too has been getting into musicals. And so, I showed him High School Musical for the first time over the weekend and it was lovely. It was so fun to watch one of my very favorite movies with my child and have him enjoy it. All right, so here, let's start with what happened in the checking account. So we moved the money over from PayPal to the checking account. This is the little side hustle income I get. I took the boys on Thursday to 7-Eleven because they were like, my mom was buying pizza for the family. And in order for me to get them out of the house because they wanted to stay home, I was like, if you come, I'll get you a drink. And they asked for slushies. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. So I took them to 7-Eleven and got them some slushies. And then, where is my groceries? Hold please. And then I went to Walmart and I got a couple of extra things. Some groceries right there. What's next? Gas. When we went to 7-Eleven, I just decided I might as well fill up my van while we're there. So I did that. I got my youngest son's birthday present from Walmart. Look at that. It's the same color. I don't like that. but oh well. I got my bill for my allergy shots. That's $5 a shot, and my bill was only $5, and I was like, might as well just pay that. Here's that $18 that I told you I had transferred over to our savings account, and then our water bill came out for $85.79. So that's for our checking account. Now let's go into our cash, because you know Mondays are the busiest days because we spend our cash over the weekend. So here's what we did. On Friday when I was at the women's conference, my husband took the boys to McDonald's, and then he got himself some takeout at Burger King, and then my husband did some grocery shopping while I was at the play date on Saturday. So he went to Walmart for $98, Costco for $112, and then he bought us a box of Girl Scout cookies. He bought us I think they're new this year, they're called like Adventurefuls, I think, and they're like a salted caramel kind of cookie. They are delicious. But this is the second box he bought of that kind, and I really just want him to buy some Thin Mints. Those are my absolute favorites. So we have some extra cash from all of that spending. Let me get this change out here. Whoopsies. There we go. There's all that. So look at all that change today. I love it. It's like we're close to halfway. We're over a fourth of the way, maybe a third, I guess. So left over, we have 20, 40, 60, 61, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. All right, so let's do 60 as a rollover. I might move that into the haircuts, or even I have to talk to my husband about it. I would like to put it all into debt, but the youngest one is asking for a haircut, and my haircut envelope doesn't have quite enough for both boys to get a haircut. But we'll look at that. All right, so this is going to our, how many was this? 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. $8 into our $1 savings book, which means we get to fill up one whole page. We're getting closer and closer. All right, let me put this stuff away, and then we'll fill up that notebook. All right, here we go. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, how many pages do we have left? So like 5 in that page, but we'll count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, we only need $35 more. We are so close. We are so close. And then all of this is going to move into our savings account. So yeah, look how thick and chunky it is. And then when this binder is done, we empty all this out, I'm going to be retiring this lovely thing for my envelopes and moving those envelopes into here. So, because this has been great, this has served its time, but I'm ready for a binder. And I'm refusing to buy a binder because I already have one. So once it's done, I won't be saving dollar bills like this anymore. I'll be doing something a little different. But I'll still be saving dollar bills because I think it's such a great way to like save their money. I mean, look how I only had a few pages full when I started my channel in October. And so all of these have been filled up since I started my channel in October of 2024. So that's just amazing. But all right, my friends, I hope you have a lovely Monday, and give me a comment. Tell me what you did this weekend. I love to hear it. Thank you so much. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, fellow budgeters. It's Wednesday. Yes, I skipped Tuesday. I had the day off and I went on a field trip to a roller skating rink with my third grader, Colin, and it ended up being a really fantastic day. I was nervous about it because who wants to take a bunch of third graders to a roller skating rink? But actually ended up being really great. So we had a ton of fun. But nothing really has happened, a lot of money movement. So really, it's okay that I skipped yesterday. All right, let's see in here. The first thing that came out from our checking account was our Peacock subscription for $8.55. And then our Compassion International monthly tithe came out for that. And then also our T-Mobile bill came out. So for $195. So we have roughly about a little over $300 left in the checking account right now. And the only thing we're waiting on before the next pay period starts on Friday is our rooms to go and Netflix to come out. So we are sitting in a pretty good spot. And yeah, that's about it. So I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. Happy Thursday, fellow budgeters. All right, so we are the day before the next pay period, day before payday. My brain was processing in that moment. Almost everything has come out of the checking account for this pay period. The only thing that is sitting in pending is our Netflix, which is the last thing that we were waiting on. So let's do this real quick. Let me find my right colors here. Here we go. My husband filled up his car at Circle K, so that was $44.76 for the little Rogue, and then our rooms to go payment came out for $83. Okay, and then in cash spending, I needed some supplies, some more supplies for a costume we had to make for my son. My littlest, Joshua, is in kindergarten, and they just finished learning the Letterland, and so to celebrate that, they all dress up as a Letterland character, and so we needed to make a costume for him, so we went to the Dollar Tree. We only needed one thing, so I let the kids also get a treat, and so I just categorized it as kids because it was mostly for them. But we used a $20 bill for that we had left over from our groceries. So I have some money left over. Here's the change. And so what I'm going to do is 3 of these dollars are going into this $1 book, and the 10 of these dollars are going into our debt binder. Excuse the bump. All right, so let's write all that down. $313, debt binder, $10. All right, so let's throw that in here. So now we have 15 extra dollars whenever we do our debt binder next. That's great news. And then we have the $1 savings. And that is $3. Okay, and let's, man, my handwriting is terrible when I don't get to write like normal. All right, let's throw these $3 in here. Yay! Oh, so much closer. We still got 5 here, so that's $30, and then 2. We only need $32 left to fill this bad boy up and throw it into savings. That's amazing. Okay, that's it. That's all I got going on. I'm going to calculate everything for this pay period, close out my pay period tracker, and we'll go over that tomorrow since there's not going to be a lot of movement except for possibly the cash. I mean the money moving into our expense checking account since it's payday. All right, my friends, I hope you have a lovely Thursday, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, fellow budgeters. It's Friday and it's payday. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hi, it's Friday. My kids are home from school today. They're on a year-round schedule and their spring break started today. Technically, they were supposed to go to school because they made this a makeup school day from like the fall when we had this really crazy weather. But I had forgotten they made it a teacher or a makeup day. And earlier in the week, I kept telling the kids they didn't have school on Friday. So, I mean, like, it's the end of the quarter and grades are already in. And today would kind of just be I don't want to say a BS day anyway. So I just told the kids they can stay home. And I let their teachers know they weren't going to be there today. So if you hear them in the background, that's why. And then they will be with me for the next 2 weeks. They don't go back to school until April 2nd. So anyway, here's what happened in our checking account. Netflix came out, which was great because that was the last thing we were waiting on for this pay period. And I already moved over the earned income that we need. Now I moved over $29.80. But that was not what we earned. That's just what I moved over from our income account. And then I used the no bucks given. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. I used the no bucks given savings, and I was able to move over this $17 for the week that corresponds with this week. So that's exciting there. And I moved that to savings. So let's do that. And this is kind of cool. I'm kind of excited about this. Like a whole new page starts the new pay period. So that was kind of neat. I thought that was neat. Nothing happened in the cash, but let's look at these numbers. I did the calculations for the ending of the budget cycle. I did the earned income wrong. All right, so I did this part wrong. I should have added up together what my paychecks were. What I ended up doing was just putting in, like, writing in here how much I moved into my checking account, which was wrong because we moved, anyway. So this is wrong. So all these numbers here are wrong except for this part, which that's all I really wanted to talk about anyway. So for our fixed expenses and our bills, we budgeted $3,557, ended up spending $3,480. So that was good. For our cash envelopes, we budgeted $1,070, ended up spending $936. So that was good. Over here in our category spending, I only budget for car and gas. The rest of this is what we just use either from our checking account buffer or from like leftover cash after we do some spending, whatever. Anyway, so I budgeted $200 for gas. Gas, we only spent $159. And then when you add up everything else, we only spent $268. So that was pretty good. Takeout is something I wanted to focus on. I really want us to not do takeout as much as we can. And we were at $67.30, which is under the average of about $100. So I was pretty proud about that. And then for our debt and savings, this part, I always want it to be higher, which is great. So we budgeted $154 and we ended up saving or putting it towards debt and saving $220. So that was pretty cool. So for these two categories, I want our actuals to be under what we've budgeted. And then for this category, I always want our actuals to be over what we budgeted. So that's exactly what happened here. And so that makes me happy. All right, my friends. Well, that's it for this week. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you're doing this weekend? We actually, for the first time in a long time, we have no plans this weekend. And I am so very excited because that means we're just gonna do our thing, go do our regular grocery shopping. Maybe we'll go to the library, and just kind of sit at home and do our weekend chores and not have to worry about anything like that. And so that's really wonderful. And yeah, that's what we're up to. Nothing too exciting. So I hope that you have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next video on Tuesday, which is a cash stuffing. Thank you so much. Bye.